There comes a time in every person's life when they feel overwhelmed. Not because their problems are too big, but because their mind feels too fragile. A small challenge shakes them, a small comment hurts them, a small delay frustrates them, and a small failure breaks their confidence. And when this starts happening again and again, they begin to wonder why some people stay strong through storms, while they themselves feel shaken by the smallest wave. But the truth is, unshakable people are not born different. They are not gifted with special strength or unique power. They simply learned how to build a mind that does not collapse under pressure. They built it slowly, intentionally, with small daily choices. Today, I want to take you into the heart of that process, to show you how the strongest minds are created and how you can become one of those people who stay calm, confident, and stable even when life tries to push you down. Because no matter where you are right now, you have the power to build a mindset that cannot be easily broken. Most people believe that strength comes from talent, luck, or opportunity. But the real strength comes from discipline, self-control, and the ability to manage your thoughts and emotions. The mind becomes weak when it is ruled by reactions. When someone says something negative, you react instantly. When something doesn't go your way, you panic instantly. When life throws a challenge, you lose your balance instantly. These reactions create a pattern, and that pattern becomes your nature. But unshakable people respond. They don't react. They take a breath, they pause, they think, they choose their response. This simple pause creates distance between the situation and your emotions, and inside that distance lies your power. People who build an unshakable mind don't allow the outer world to control their inner state. They don't let people's words, moods, or energies decide how they feel. Instead, they learn to create stability within themselves, and that stability becomes their power. A weak mindset starts forming when you stop trusting yourself. When you doubt your decisions, doubt your abilities, doubt your future, doubt your worth. And the moment you stop trusting yourself, everything outside you becomes heavier. Every choice becomes stressful. Every plan becomes scary. Every challenge becomes impossible. But people with unshakable minds have one thing in common. They trust themselves even when life becomes uncertain. They may not have all the answers, but they trust that they will figure it out. They may not see the entire road ahead, but they trust their ability to take the next step. They may not be perfect, but they trust their effort, their growth, and their learning. This self-trust is not arrogance, it is stability. The more you trust your ability to adapt, the less afraid you are of change. One reason people feel mentally weak is because they let emotions guide their decisions. Emotions are temporary states, not permanent truths. A moment of fear can stop you from taking a step you were ready for. A moment of sadness can make you believe that nothing will improve. A moment of anger can break something you spent years building. But strong-minded people understand their emotions without letting them take control. They don't suppress them. They don't fight them. They observe them. They ask themselves, why am I feeling this? And does this feeling deserve a reaction? This emotional awareness becomes a shield. When you understand yourself, you cannot be manipulated, shaken, or pushed around by temporary feelings. Emotional awareness is one of the strongest foundations of an unshakable mind. Another pillar of mental strength is your identity, the story you tell yourself about who you are. Most people's identity is shaped by what others say about them. If someone calls them weak, they start believing it. If someone calls them incapable, they adopt that identity. If someone doubts them, they doubt themselves. But unshakable people write their own identity. They decide who they are, what they stand for, and what they want to become, and they repeat this identity to themselves every single day. Because the mind believes what it hears most often. If you repeatedly tell yourself, "I am not good enough," your brain will find evidence to support that belief. But if you tell yourself, "I can handle whatever comes my way," your brain will rise to match that belief. Your mindset grows in the direction of your self-talk. Every time you choose empowering words, you strengthen the roots of your identity. A powerful mindset is also built by mastering the art of focus. A weak mind is scattered. It jumps from worry to worry, distraction to distraction, problem to problem. But a strong mind stays aligned with what matters. It doesn't waste energy on unnecessary battles. It doesn't chase every thought. It doesn't let every noise disturb its clarity. People with strong minds know their priorities. They protect their energy. They don't allow negative people to drain them. They don't allow pointless arguments to consume them. They don't allow fear to freeze them. They stay focused on growth, purpose, and improvement. When your mind learns to focus on what strengthens you instead of what weakens you, you begin to feel unshakable from within. Discipline is another essential ingredient in building a powerful mindset. Without discipline, your mind becomes a slave to habits, impulses, and comfort. Discipline is not about forcing yourself. It's about training your mind to follow your commitments. When you wake up on time, even when you don't feel like it, you train your mind to obey you. When you complete a task you promised yourself, you build self-respect. Every small promise kept increases your mental strength. Discipline tells your brain, "I am in control." And when your brain knows you are in control, it stops fighting you, stops confusing you, stops dragging you into fear and overthinking. It begins to follow your direction. One of the most powerful traits of an unshakable mind is the ability to stay calm under pressure. Calmness is not the absence of problems, it's the ability to think clearly while facing them. Calmness is a superpower because when you are calm, you see solutions. When you panic, you only see problems. Calmness unlocks confidence, creativity, and wisdom. Life will always bring unexpected challenges, but your response defines your outcome. The calm mind always wins because it refuses to be distracted by noise. It listens to logic instead of fear. It chooses clarity over chaos. And just like any skill, calmness can be trained through breathing, mindfulness, and consistent awareness. Another key part of building a strong mindset is learning to accept imperfection. Weak minds expect life to always go smoothly, and when things go wrong, they collapse. But strong minds understand that failure, mistakes, and setbacks are part of growth. An unshakable mind doesn't run from difficulty. It embraces it, learns from it, grows because of it. Every challenge becomes a lesson. Every failure becomes a teacher. Every setback becomes a stepping stone. When you change your perspective from "why is this happening to me" to "what is this trying to teach me?", life becomes easier, your mind becomes lighter, and your strength grows naturally. Your environment also shapes your mindset. The people you surround yourself with either drain your energy or strengthen your spirit. Weak minds are influenced by negative people. Strong minds create boundaries. They choose who gets access to their emotional space. They distance themselves from drama and stay close to purpose-driven people. They protect their peace as if it is the greatest treasure, because it is. And finally, the strongest minds have one thing in common: they never stop learning. They stay curious, open, and willing to improve. They don't think they know everything. They don't settle. They grow. Each day, they try to become a little better than they were yesterday. This growth mindset is what makes them unshakable, because progress creates confidence, and confidence creates inner power. So remember this: you are not born unshakable. You become unshakable. With awareness, with discipline, with control over your emotions, with belief in yourself, with boundaries, with calmness, and with consistent growth, you can build a mind that stays standing no matter what life throws at you. And if you begin this journey today, even with the smallest step, you are already stronger than you were yesterday.